Although I am not from music background, but you have come to know that I have music as hobby, and even Zogekar sir came to know that, and I have been made the course director for this workshop of music thesis. But I don't know what I can do for you. Actually, you know, I'm lost in the thought of what to do. but with the little hobby on music that I have, I just want to share some general topics with you.
Sorry, your sound is coming two side from one ID. Please you mute your upcoming
Yes,
sounds.
yes. So today, what I want to share with you is just four points. I just want to share 4 points. That is 4 habits of an effective music teacher. If you are a music teacher, what kind of music teacher are you? Are you an effective music teacher or not? Or just a normal music teacher? Or an effective music teacher? This is what I want to share today. The 4 habits of an effective teacher. Before I start sharing these habits of effective music teacher, I just want to know a few things from you. Like you have filled one Google form where you have given your specialization. Harvinder Singh is specialized in vocal and harmonium, and you have given your specialization there, and some have given tabla, some have given kathak, some have given harmonium and tabla both, which means you can play on the harmonium and you can play on the tabla also. And in addition to that, some of you are vocalists also, and most of you are specialized in vocal. So I'm very happy to see all this, and I just want to know how many of you are joining from your own room, your home room, like maybe in your own house, or maybe in your quarter, or your rented house, whatever. How many of you are joining this workshop from your so to say from your room, and how many of you are joining from your school music room, your own department room? Now, can anyone tell me whether you are joining from your own house, own quarter, own room?
Sir, I am from rented house.
Rented house.
Sir, I am KV number my KV number 2, Itanagar, from rented house. Amit Kumar Mukherjee.
Okay. How about this? Kulwinder.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Are
मैं
you joining this room, or your quarter, rented house, or your school's music room?
sir, I joined from the school.
From your school music room, right?
Sir, it don't have music room, sir. Now we don't have own cabin Longding. New KV is under process, sir. Downside is hired KV, sir, by the state government. So that's why we have only 5 rooms, sir.
Okay.
I am joining from CCA room, sir.
Okay. Okay, you're joining from CCA room. Okay, no issues. Is there any other who has joined from music room?
Sumit, sir. Sumit. KV Mao.
So myself Deepamali Bora from UV
Yes.
Dibrugarh. I don't have music department and music room, so I am sitting. I'm doing this
Okay,
course from
library.
library.
Okay.
I'm library
Okay.
in charge.
Is there any other teacher who is joining from music
Is
room?
there
Sir,
any other teacher
Sumit
who
from
is joining from music room?
है ना?
देखिए नहीं
सर
मिला है तो
मैं
ठीक
तो
है। जो रूम मिला
मेरे
है
रूम
और
नहीं
रूम
मिला
से
है
अभी ज्वाइन किया
इसलिए
है
मैं
वो
दूसरा
जो
क्लासरूम
जवाब दीजिए।
जो
Sumit from
सुमित
रूम
Sumit.
सुमित आप आ
मिला
जाइए
है
स्क्रीन पर आ जाइए।
और
आप म्यूजिक रूम से
से
ज्वाइन कर
अभी
रहा है ना?
ज्वाइन किया है वो जो
आप हाँ ये जो कौन सा केबी है? ओके। अब
अभी
म्यूजिक
केवी
डिपार्टमेंट का
म्याओ सर।
क्या क्या इंस्ट्रूमेंट
ओके,
है आपके
अब
पास?
म्यूजिक डिपार्टमेंट का क्या क्या इंस्ट्रूमेंट है आपके पास?
म्यूजिक डिपार्टमेंट में सर
ओके
सिंथेसाइजर है हमारे पास, तबला है, ढोलक है,
ओके। आप
हारमोनियम है सर।
कैमरा घुमा के दिखाई
ओके,
दिखाई
आपको
देगा?
इतना ही है।
मेरा घुमा के
जी सर।
हाँ। let us see your musical instruments.
let us see your musical instruments.
सर मैं इसके साथ में अभी बैठा हुआ
हाँ।
हूँ, इसको लेके कि कोई अगर होता तो मैं उसको साथ में सीख सकूँ।
ओके कीबोर्ड है।
ये सर तबला है,
ओके
ढोलक
ओके
रखा हुआ है, कुछ ड्रम्स है सर,
ओके
ओके
और ये हारमोनियम है सर।
हारमोनियम ठीक है।
ओके,
आप हारमोनियम बजाता है?
हारमोनियम ठीक है।
यस सर।
आप
अच्छा
हारमोनियम
तो
बजाता है?
हारमोनियम बजाता है तो
हाँ सर,
कीबोर्ड भी
मैं
बजाना
प्ले कर लेता हूँ।
आता है आपको?
अच्छा, तो हारमोनियम
सेम ही है
बजाता है
वो
तो
दोनों।
कीबोर्ड भी बजाना
एक इलेक्ट्रॉनिक है एक
आता
मैनुअल है राइट?
है आपको? सेम ही है।
हाँ।
यस सर।
हाँ।
और
और
तबला
तबला
कैन यू प्ले तबला?
कैन यू प्ले तबला?
यस सर, आई कैन प्ले सर।
व्हाट इज योर
What
स्पेशलाइजेशन?
is your specialization?
सर वोकल इज माय स्पेशलाइजेशन सर।
Okay,
वोकल
but
मेरा स्पेशल
you
है।
can still play on
Okay,
the
but
piano,
you can
harmonium,
still play on the
तबला
piano,
और ड्रम भी
harmonium,
आता है
तबला
आपको?
और ड्रम भी आता है आपको?
हाँ सर, ड्रम भी ये सारी चीजें सर 4 साल हो गया है। केवीएस में तो सर सीखना हुआ था, सीख लिया है
Okay,
सर।
very good. You have learned.
You have
After
learned.
coming to
After
KV, you
coming
have
to
learned,
KV,
right?
you have learned, right?
Yes.
Okay, Sumit, yes,
Sumit,
very good.
yes, very good.
Now, Amit, you are joining
you are
from
joining
your
from your
rented house in
rented house
Arunachal
in
Pradesh,
Arunachal Pradesh,
right?
right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Can you show us your room?
Can you see?
I just want to
show
see
us your
what
room?
things are
I just
available.
want to see
Any
what
musical
things are
instrument available there?
Any musical instrument available there?
No, sir. Just actually, sir, I am contractual teacher. तो मैंने कोविड का पीरियड
Okay.
आसाम में तो हम नवंबर में ज्वाइन
अच्छा।
किया है, लास्ट नवंबर। और
अच्छा,
जस्ट मैंने
ठीक है।
आया है सर, मेरे
कोई
घर
बात
में
नहीं।
तो ऐसा कुछ
Okay, no
कुछ नहीं
problem.
है।
No problem.
instrument
आप
नहीं है,
contractual
sir.
teacher
No
है
problem. आप
और
contractual
आपका
teacher है
स्पेशलाइजेशन
और
क्या है?
आपका स्पेशलाइजेशन क्या है?
सर मेरा स्पेशलाइजेशन है कथक 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 डांस।
कथक डांस। ओके ओके ठीक है ठीक है।
ओके
और
ठीक है।
निर्भय
और
निर्भय मेरा
निर्भय
इम्फाल नंबर
निर्भय
2 का
मेरा इम्फाल
टीचर।
नंबर 2 का
What is your specialization?
What is your specialization?
Classical vocal, sir.
Classical vocal and still
Classical
you are
vocal and still you
adapt
are
with any musical
adapt
instrument?
with any musical instrument?
Yeah, I have Tanpura. That's why I logged in from phone because I thought the last.
Okay.
I want to see
Yes,
I
yes,
show.
yes. Let us see. Please show us.
Yes. Let us see. Please show us.
This is my Riyaz setup and that is Tanpura. This is iPhone and this is speaker, so I just do this with the iTabla Pro and all. These are all musical things.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Now see
Now
why I am
see
telling all this.
Why I am telling all this.
इसको बढ़ा दो, वॉल्यूम बढ़ा दो।
Okay, why I'm telling all this is that, to be an effective music teacher, you need to be a person who practice what you preaches, what you preach. You need to practice what you preach. Suppose you are a music teacher, then you need to be a practitioner throughout. If you are a music teacher, you need to be a practitioner. So the first habit of a effective music teacher I want to share today is that an effective teacher is a practitioner. That means all throughout every day, all throughout you have to be in practice of what you are, uh, you know, uh, what you are expert about or what you are specialized in. Suppose if you are a tabla specialist, then you need to keep playing. If you are a vocalist, you need to keep singing. You need to practice. So if you don't do this, then your specialization will become dull, your specialization will become blunt, and your teaching job, your teaching profession will become ineffective. So, what I want to tell you today is that you need to be a practitioner. When a student passes MBBS, becomes a doctor, and if he doesn't do anything, if he doesn't practice, maybe in the private hospital or private clinic or government, whatever, then what is the use, what is the purpose of taking that MBBS degree? Similarly, if you are a music teacher, you need to keep practicing all the time so that your skill will improve. Your skill will improve with practice. The more you practice, the more you will be improved, and that is how you can impress your students. You can teach the students more easily in such a way that they will be able to learn more. Now, teaching as such, not only music, but also any other subject. Teaching as such is not that, if you teach for long hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, you teach them all, together for so long hours. It doesn't mean that they will learn more. If your teaching is effective, then teaching 3 hours at a stretch together and teaching only 20 minutes. Okay? Compare the two. If you are prepared well, then teaching only 20 minutes may be more effective than teaching 3 hours at a stretch. So, as a music professional, I request all of you to keep practicing, and not just in the field that you are, specialized in, but you also need to practice other fields also. Like, if you are a specialist in tabla, you can play on the guitar, on the drums, on the harmonium, etc. as a hobby. If you are not a specialist in all those things, but at least as a hobby, you need to be having some knowledge about several musical instruments so that you can teach the students. The students are many, class 1 to 5. Students are many, and there will be many students who wants to learn different types of music, different types of instruments. If you say that मेरा स्पेशलाइजेशन तबला है, तबला के अलावा और मैं कुछ नहीं करूँगा, ऐसा बैठेगा तो your students are 200, 300 students, and how can you force the students to take only one course of study or one musical piece, only one piece of music? Suppose you are good in classical music, and if you say My specialization is classical vocal, and I will not try, the modern song. I will not try this hip hop song. I will not try jazz. I will not try waltz. No, you cannot. As a music professional, you need to know a little bit of everything. So that is what I want to tell you. Uh, so practice, okay? The first habit of an effective music teacher is that he practice what he preaches. What you preach, you have to practice. Okay? So that is one thing. Now, the second thing that I want to tell you is an effective teacher needs to stay up to date. You need to update yourself. You need to update your style. When I say update, it covers many things. Your knowledge, your musical knowledge, maybe in vocal or maybe in various instruments, whatever. You need to update yourself. And also your style, even your dressing style also, you have to be updated. Even your speeches, the way you speak, the way you talk to the students, you need to update every now and then. Time is changing so fast. If you are a music teacher teaching class 1 students, surely the students of class 1 students could be some 18 years, at least 18 years younger to you. 15 to 20, 21, 2 years younger to you. So you were born some 20 years ago and your students are in another age, another generation. There could be some generation gap. Your interest and the students' interest, there may be some difference, some variation. So you need to update yourself according to the changing times. So this is the second point that I want to share with you. Stay up to date. Update yourself. Like, you don't need to be in the same old style. You need to update yourself in every aspect, even in technology. Supposing now you have become expert in taking music classes on the Google Meet or Zoom Meet, whatever platform that you are using. This was never known to our mother and father, but now you have become an expert to this. But perhaps the students are smarter than you in the online thing. So you have to keep searching what are the latest updates available, even in the online technology, even in the teaching technology, teaching method. You have to make your class enjoyable. You have to make it fun. So in order to do this, in order to make your class more interesting, it is very, very essential that you stay up to date. You need to update yourself. So that is the second habit of an effective music teacher I want to share. Now, the third habit of an effective music teacher is that you need to engage your students. An effective teacher needs to engage the students. Engaging in what? Engaging them for what? To teach them songs, to teach them musical instruments. Various other fields are there. Like, for example, you are teaching them national anthem. You are teaching them Vidalya Geet to the newcomers. And community song you are teaching them. you are engaging your students for that purpose. And besides all these regular activities that you are doing, what else do you do? In order to update your professionalism, what do you do? Do you compose songs? Do you compose music? All these are some points that you need to look into. If you just engage your students for national anthem, then for Vande Mataram, national song, then for Vidyalaya Git, if you engage your students for these few things, community song, Gujarati song, Assamese song, whatever. So if you engage your students just for this, then perhaps your class will become dull very soon. After few weeks or after few months, your class will become very dull. So try to teach them new songs. Try to teach them even musical instruments also. To play the tabla, the guitar, or any musical instrument that is available. And if you think that you need one particular kind of musical instrument and it is not available in your Vidyalaya, just submit a requisition to your principal and ask him your requirement, then he will buy for you. So these are a few things that you need to look into. And another point, the fourth point, is that an effective teacher learns from others. If you want to become an effective music teacher and not a plain, not a simple music teacher, if you want to become an outstanding or excellent music teacher, then you should learn from others as well. Keep your ego down. Sometimes we human beings used to have a very high ego and says that I'm the best. I'm above everyone. He or she is less than me, and you don't want to learn from them. This is a big mistake in the life of a person. Not only as a music teacher, but as a person, not learning from others is a very, very big mistake. So we must be willing to learn from others. When you say learn from others, I don't mean from a music expert, but also you can learn from your fellow teachers who are not music teachers. You can even learn from your students. So there is a very wide scope of learning. So you should be willing to learn from others. Okay? So this is the fourth habit of an effective music teacher. Okay? Learning from others. Be willing to learn from others. Okay? So in the whole process, what I want to tell you is, at the beginning I was asking you about musical instruments, what you have and what you don't have. Now what I want to tell you is, try to be multi-talented. A little bit of something. Be specialized very well in one area, but be aware of other areas as well, so that you can teach little bit about so many things to the students, because there are variety of interests among the students. Single interest is not possible among the students. So many students are there. Class 1, section A, 40 students, section B, 40 students. In big schools, section C, D, okay, and then class 2, 3, 4, 5. Not only that, but when required, you are being used, your services are being utilized for higher classes also. So you need to be aware of, whatever opportunities are available to teach the students. So for that purpose, I would like to request all of you to make your residential room and the department room full with your musical interests. Like in your music room, schools department, music department, you should have all the required instruments. If you don't have a room right now because of shortage of classrooms, no problem. But still, you have keep it. One instrument you can keep in the library. If there is no more space, you can keep another instrument in the principal's chamber, another one in the uh, staff room. So like that you can manage. And whatever difficulties are there, if you are creative, if you have the creative mind, you can do lots of things, you can manage it. Okay, so if I am given a chance to interact with you once again, maybe after 4 or 5 months, if I am given a chance to interact with you once again, I would like to see that your personal room, your rented house, your staff quarter, whatever it is, I want to see that there is a harmonium if you are specialist in the harmonium. If you are a tabla specialist, I want to see that there is tabla in your personal house and also in your music department house, music department room. Okay, I am not a music expert. I don't have a music degree, not even the diploma or 1 month certificate I don't have. But I am a lover of music and it is my hobby. And that is why I keep lots many instruments in my house. I have brought a few instruments from home. I will show you. This is one keyboard I used to play in my house. Okay, see, just you can compose songs for other subjects also, like EVS and even mathematics. Okay, Hindi, English. Like some popular songs are Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star,
How I wonder
how I wonder what you are.
above the world.
So
Up above the world too high,
so
like
besides
the diamond in the sky.
okay, besides this song, see, there are some other, like Baba Black Sheep, have you any wool? Such things are there. Even in Hindi also. Um,
ऊट चला भाई ऊट चला.
Ood
Jack
chala
and
bhai,
Jill
ood chala.
went up the
Okay,
hill
such things are there.
to fetch
Then
a pail of water.
what I want to tell you is, why don't you compose music for other poems in the English book, Hindi book, textbook, or even some lessons in the EVS, one paragraph, then make it into a song so that the students will enjoy learning and then they will remember forever. You know, these kind of nursery rhymes and songs are very, very important. It plays a very important role in the learning. Let me tell you, in the Bible, there are 66 books, okay? 39 in the Old Testament and 27 in the New Testament. 66 books are there in the Holy Bible, okay? And these books are very difficult to remember. The first book of the Bible is Genesis, then Exodus, then Leviticus. It comes like that. But just to memorize the names of the 66 books, it is very, very difficult. But when I was a small boy, I learned all the names of the 66 books in the form of song. So I can still remember all the books in sequence, in proper sequence. Okay? Like for example, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Number, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, Samuel, Kings, Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalm, Proverb, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentation, Ezekiel, Daniel, and it goes on. So the names of the books of the Bible, I can memorize it in the form of song. Similarly, if you give music to various lessons, they will surely learn it with fun, with lots of interest. Okay? So if you can teach them like how to play piano, keyboard, tabla, it will be again more interesting. For example, I will play a small piece. Okay? I have brought my mouth organ also. So if you play how if you learn how to play musical instruments, I believe that your class will become more and more interesting. I have brought a guitar as well.
God, sir.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. So these are the musical instruments that I used to play at home. And you give me any song I can play, piano or any instruments, any songs I can play. Even Hindi songs also I can play. And even drums, electronic drums I have at home. But electronic drums, that drum pad comes along with huge um, uh, speaker, so I have not brought that. Okay. So so teachers, what I want to tell you is have some passion. Try to keep that passion alive. If you are a music teacher, have passion for the music, for the musical instrument, whatever, vocal, whatever, have passion and pursue that passion. Don't stop, do not stop. And continue to practice what you preach. Okay? And next time, if I am given a chance to see once again all of you, that I would surely love to see your rooms with your camera moving around. Then and there is a tabla, there is a musical instrument of various types. I want to see that. Thesis. I am telling you very, very sincerely that if you are a music teacher, you must have that passion and keep that passion alive. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Uh,